G'day Giants fans, it's finally time for us to revisit our predictions for season 2024. And to anyone who has no idea what I'm talking about right now, back in March, over on the Instagram account, I asked our little community to reel off some of their predictions for season 2024 with 10 prediction topics starting from leading goal kicker right through to most Brownlow votes in season 2024. And with the Giants Best and Fairest wrapping up last Wednesday night and all the awards being handed out, I found the time to go through all the data, put it together, and now we get the opportunity to look back on the results together. Starting up first, we've got the 2024 leading goal kicker, and as you can see, predicted by 49 people to go back-to-back, Toby Green, after having a career best year in 2023, booting 66 goals. Unfortunately for Toby, he was just unable to regain that form early in the season, and that resulted in him only kicking 44 goals for the year, which admittedly isn't bad, but it wasn't enough to beat out Jesse Hogan, who almost in a scene from Thunderstruck took the powers of 2023 Toby Green and broke just about every record the Giants had in the forward 50, kicking 77 goals for the year and just absolutely dominating everyone, winning his first Coleman medal and taking home the Giants 2024 leading goal kicker award. And there he is, the leading goal kicker for 2024, Jesse Hogan. Congratulations to you, Jesse, and congratulations to the 19 voters who predicted that you would kick the most goals for the Giants in 2024. Now, it's pretty hard to win the Coleman and not be the leading goal kicker for your club. And here they are. Congratulations to the 19 people that predicted Jesse Hogan would go on to kick the most goals for the Giants in 2024. And next up we have the leading disposal getter for season 2024. Most of the Giants family had Tom Green taking this one out last year in 2023. However, Tom only fell 3 disposals short to Stephen Cornelio's 707 disposal season. Despite that, Giants fans have backed TG12 to finish this season off and go one better. As you can see there, 65 people predicted Tom Green would finish the season with the most disposals after a strong 2023. You can see Steve Cornelio second there with 5 predictions. And we've got a couple of veterans, Lockie Whitfield, Josh Kelly, and the young gun, Finn Callahan. But it was the favourite who finished the season off with a Giants record 770 disposals at an average of 30.8 per game. That was closely followed by gun halfback Lockie Whitfield, who surpassed 700 disposals in a season for the first time in his career with a whopping 754 disposals at an average of 30.2, so just behind Tom Green there. I thought as well with Whitfield, the most impressive thing I guess for the season was the fact that he had 754 disposals, and a lot of people say that 300 of them probably from kickouts, but that is his reward for being the best user by foot on the team. So he does deserve those cheapies, but it's the fact that he kicked at 80%. He went at 80% by foot. That's well above what anyone else was around that range that had that many disposals. To be going at about 80% by foot is absurd. So, I mean, congratulations to Tom, but let's not dismiss Lockie's season as well. Having said that, though, it was the man Tom Green who did finish the season with the most disposals. So, congratulations to Tom, well deserved, and congratulations to the 65 people who predicted Tom Green would finish the season on top in that category. Next up, we have the 2024 Best and Fairest, the Kevin Sheedy medal, having been won by Toby Green in 2023. Not much support to go back-to-back from the Giants family. It was the man we just spoke of, Tom Green, who was the favourite to win the Best and Fairest this year. 37 people thought it was Tom's year, with 9 people thinking Toby would go back-to-back, and then you see Sam Taylor with 8. Followed by Whitfield and Kelly and a few other people with the single-digit votes. However, it was none of these 5 favourites that ended up taking it home. It was the big fella up forward, Hoagie Bear, Jesse Hogan, with 0 people predicting this one was going to come to fruition. Jesse Hogan adds another accolade to his bag in 2024, picking up the Kevin Sheedy medal. He is the first key forward to win the Kevin Sheedy medal in over a decade, not since Jeremy Cameron back in 2013 as a key forward won the best and fairest for the Giants. So congratulations to Jesse Hogan. You see it says congratulations to 0 predictors. I think it's fair enough to say that not even Jesse Hogan saw this one coming. Now, after the first 3 predictions, that gives us an opportunity to look back at the leaderboard here. And as you can see, up the top in gold, last year's prediction winner, Daniel Nolte, who has gone hard early, along with a couple others just behind him there with 2 out of 3 predictions. So a strong start for the reigning champ, and the few there you can see behind him. Up next, the 4th prediction for Giants fans this year is the 2024 Rising Star. Doesn't have to be a rookie. Doesn't necessarily have to be someone that was drafted last year. As you see here, the top 5 predicted people: Aaron Cadman, Darcy Jones, Harvey Thomas, Finn Callahan, and the young Phoenix Scott Hard. But yeah, obviously, as we saw on Wednesday night, it was the kid with the lid, the young Darcy Jones, who took home the Rising Star Award for 2024. So again, congratulations, very worthy winner, Darcy Jones. And Aaron Cadman, wouldn't have been mad if he won it. Harvey Thomas, same goes. Both had very good years, but it was the kid with the lid, Darcy Jones, who was the Rising Star. You see, Finn Callahan ended up with 6 votes. I'm not sure he was even eligible, to be honest, but it doesn't matter. Darcy Jones was the man who took home the award. Congratulations to the 14 people who saw that one coming. As you see down there in gold, the champ strikes again. He's on an absolute tear. We'll keep a close eye on that. Our next prediction here is the 2024 GWS Goal of the Year. A hard one to predict, I guess, because we've seen in the past anyone up forward is capable of winning this, and even midfielders. Josh Kelly, see here, had four votes. He's won it, I think, a couple of times in the past, but it was equal favourites. Brent Daniels and Toby Bedford, 17 people saw them taking out Goal of the Year. Callum Brown also getting some votes, but it was that man, as you saw Wednesday night, Toby Green. 11 people backed him in, and he ended up taking home the chockies for this goal against Gold Coast.
Almost pushed his teammate Cadman out of the way. Now it spills to Green. Can he create some magic? Oh, Toby! That's what he does. He only needs a centimetre of space.
That was a goal there from TFG that claimed him GWS Giants 2024 Goal of the Year. And there they are, the predictors who backed in Toby Green. You see the man there getting gold. The champ is on fire. Up next, we've got the 2024 GWS Mark of the Year. And again, probably a tough one to predict, but the Giants family have gone Harry Himmelberg to go back-to-back this year after his AFL Mark of the Year last year. A lot of people saw him winning the club Mark of the Year this year. However, it wasn't to be for Harry or any of these 5 on the screen. It was the man there, Lek Alia, who took this absolute hanger in round 11 to win the game for the Giants against the Cats.
Numbers behind the ball. They'll get a hero, and they don't have one. It's Alia. What a moment for Alia to stand tall again. Leap Alia, what a grab.
What a grab indeed, and it is hard to go past a mark that wins you a game of footy for Mark of the Year, so congratulations to Lek Alia. Absolutely well deserved. And you see up the top there, 1 vote, 1 person predicted this. It is the big fella here, Tanner, who absolutely nailed this prediction. I'm not sure how he saw it coming. Maybe he's just a big fan of Lek Alia. Either that or he had the script for season 2024. And that brings us now to the end of 6 predictions as we have a look here at the leaderboard. The big fella, the champ, Daniel, still on top of the ladder, sitting pretty up there. Equal first with Declan Jeffries, followed closely by a couple behind them, just 1 prediction behind them. It's looking like it's going to be back-to-back years for Daniel unless something changes here. I'm not sure it will. I don't think anyone can catch him from here. We'll we'll have to wait and find out. Next up, we've got the 2024 Most Improved Player for the Giants. This one here is a bit of a contentious one, I guess, because it's not actually an official award given out by the Giants on Best and Fairest night. However, I still like to include it because I think it's a bit of fun to try and predict who will be the most improved player. Perhaps it's just not an award because it is too hard to get a unanimous decision on one player who has improved the most. As you see here, the Giants family early in the season backed Aaron Cadman in to have a massive improvement. And while he did do that, Aaron Cadman, he only played the 12 games last year. And that jumped up to 23, including some big finals games in 2024. He was hugely reliable up forward. He kicked 24 more goals than he did in his debut season. Although he did improve heaps, I can't say that he was the most improved player in 2024 because his running mate up forward went from not even kicking the most goals in his team last year to kicking the most goals in the entire AFL. And that is why, argue with a wall, Jesse Hogan was my 2024 most improved player. And up there again, you can see 0 votes. No one predicted Jesse Hogan to have the year he had. And that is also part of the reason why I think Jesse Hogan was the most improved player. No one saw this sort of season coming from Jesse, and that is why I guess he is the most improved player. Congratulations to 0 predictors, but again, congratulations to Jesse Hogan. And just a side note, I am actually kind of curious if anyone else had someone else as the most improved player in 2024. Not just because you predicted them, but because you thought maybe it was this person. I am curious, so leave a comment down below, see if anyone else agrees with you. You're not going to change my mind, but for me it's Jesse Hogan, but I was just genuinely curious at what you guys thought. Up next we have another tricky one to predict here. It's the ladder position of the Giants in 2024, and as you know, as we saw this year, it's a tricky one to predict because it can come down to the final round, the final game of the year. As you saw, the Giants dropped 2 spots to end the year. A lot of Giants fans had us finishing anywhere from about 6th to 2nd on the ladder, with a lot of people thinking that we were just going to miss the 4 and finish 5th. As you see there, 20 people had us finishing 5th, but ultimately, as you see, it was the Giants finishing 4th, slipping 2 spots in the last round. And a bit of a conspiracy theory on this, a bit of controversy here. If you look down towards the middle, you'll see young Ethan Kingsley, who predicted correctly in the end the Giants to finish 4th. And if you wind your memory back to that last round, the Giants headed down to Ballarat, and a couple of laid outs, I think it was Brent Daniels, who was in scorching hot form, and Toby Bedford, who was going to do the job on probably Adam Treloar. I think Ethan might have had a word to his dad and just said, hey, any danger you can help me out and lose this one on purpose so the Giants drop down to 4th and I can nail my prediction. That's just my conspiracy theory. I highly doubt there's any truth to that, but a bit of a funny thought. For the 9th prediction, we have the 2024 All-Australians, and I like to give you guys 4 or 5, no more than 5 players to predict, because it is another hard one to predict. A lot of people went for the obvious Toby Green, Sam Taylor and Tom Green. Great choices. I think Toby Green didn't have the year he wanted, but he's definitely still one of the best small forwards. Sam Taylor, the best key defender in the entire AFL, followed closely, not far behind him, is Jack Buckley. Back to Sam Taylor again. For the 2nd consecutive year, Sam Taylor has missed the All-Australian team only due to not playing enough games and copping some nasty injuries, so unlucky for Sam Taylor. And the 3rd favourite, Tom Green, who had 41 people back him in, was probably one of the shock omissions from the final 22. He was in the squad. He had one of the best seasons, I think, of any midfielder in the comp. You saw that in the Brownlow, but selectors have it out for Tom Green for some reason. So it was just these 2. Lockie Whitfield gets his 2nd blazer, and Jesse Hogan continues to defy everyone's expectations of him in 2024. 0 people predicting Jesse Hogan would have an All-Australian season. However, 5 people backed in Lachie Whitfield to have another All-Australian season, his first since 2018. And these are the 5 people that backed him in here, as you can see. So congratulations to those 5 people, and congratulations to Lachie Whitfield on having a career best year. And after 9 predictions, we can have another look at the leaderboard before we head into our final prediction topic. It is still Daniel on top, the reigning champ, but he's joined by 3 others who are hot on his tail right next to him, and followed behind them just by 1 prediction is Luke. It's going to be a tight finish as we head to our last topic, 2024 most Brownlow votes. As you see here, the favourites. Usually you just back in your best midfielder, whoever you think is the best midfielder, back him in to have the most votes, because it's very unlikely for a player from any position other than a midfield player to win a Brownlow medal or poll well in the Brownlow. And that is why I think most of the Giants fans here have gone with Tom Green. 40 people have backed him in, and for good reason too. Tom Green securing the most Brownlow votes of any Giant in season 2024. But it wasn't just season 2024 either. Tom Green also broke the record for the most Brownlow votes by a Giant in a Brownlow medal count, recording 27 votes, as you see there. Thanks to the Giants on Instagram for that. Now, I bet you're waiting to see the 40 names of the people who correctly predicted Tom Green to poll the most Brownlow votes in 2024. Well, too bad, because I'm not going to show you yet. We're going to save that to the end, create a bit of suspense. Before we get to the end, I want to take a look at the top 3 hottest takes of 2024. Now, this is firstly no disrespect to anyone. It's just some of the predictions I thought had a bit of heat on them. And as we see here, the first one, Mick has predicted Callan Ward to wind back the clock to 2012 and claim the Kevin Sheedy medal. Again, no disrespect to Callan Ward or Mick. It's just I thought that prediction had a bit of heat on it. And if you think that was hot, wait until we get into this next one here. Again, no disrespect, but James has gone for Nick Haynes to kick the goal of the year in 2024. Now, not only has Nick Haynes not kicked the goal at all this year, he only played a handful of games, and I think not even Nick was expecting himself to get a nomination for this one. But James, I'm not sure if you thought Nick Haynes had played on Eddie Betts enough that he was just going to turn into Eddie Betts for a game. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe he's just a massive Nick Haynes fan and backed him in. I'm not sure. Either way, it's a hot take. It's got heat all over it. But if you think that's hot, wait until you see what's coming up next, because Yazzie Black has backed in Xavier O'Halloran to be named All-Australian in 2024. And this might sound like some top tier hating right now, but I promise there's no disrespect at all. This is not meant to insult anyone. Xavier O'Halloran's a million times better than me and anyone watching this video. I just thought this prediction was not strange, but let's just say it was hot. It was very hot. And if any of you 3 are watching right now, feel free to come and defend yourself in the comments. Just, I don't know, just maybe give us a reason why you thought that this was going to happen. Maybe you were just taking a piss. I don't know. But if you are watching, just drop down your reasoning in the comments below. I'm sure a few of us want to know what the reason was behind that. And that brings us to, right before we get to the final leaderboard, we are looking right now at a place you do not want to find yourself. The reverse leaderboard for 2024. And these 5 here have had an absolute shocker this year. Again, no disrespect to anyone on this list. I just thought it was worth highlighting that it's not easy predicting a season of AFL footy. These 5 here were throwing darts at a dartboard, not only with their eyes closed, but facing away from the dartboard. Again, no disrespect to anyone who was mentioned in the red area, but yeah, it's just a bit of fun to end the video. Just a bit of fun to look back and on a season that was ultimately disappointing. A bit of lightheartedness. And that brings us to the final leaderboard here. In 5th place, we have Luke DH51, who nailed 4 out of 10 predictions. So congratulations to Luke. And then that means that up the top we have a 4-way tie for first place. So congratulations to these 4 people, all nailing 5 out of 10 predictions. If you see your name there, congratulations to you 4. There he is again, the man who's gone back to back 2 years in a row predicting 5 out of 10. Daniel Nolte, congratulations to you. Apologies if that's not how you say your last name. And if there is still anyone watching, I would just like to say, firstly, thank you for putting your predictions in. It's a bit of fun. It's a way to look back on the season and have a bit of a laugh. Or if you were shown in the red area, maybe you had a bit of a cry. I'm not sure, but no, it's just a bit of fun to look back on the season and try and forget about the disappointing end to the year. On that note, thank you for watching, thank you for participating, and here's to another season next year. Go Giants.